What's going on, family? How y'all doing? Yeah, I just came to make a quick, video about the melanated conscious community. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a great work. You know what I'm saying? That we got in front of us. I mean, you got some people they want to, inspire us and encourage us to get off the plantation, if you will, working for others when you could be working for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And which, hey, I commend them for their work. I don't think it goes, without a great cause or a great call. If you have the skill set and the smarts to do so, you know what I'm saying, you're not, and also the time, I mean, or what have you, then by all means, do what you have to do to provide for your family. You know what I'm saying? And also on that note, you know what I'm saying, we got those in the melanated community, you know what I'm saying, we inspire, and shed light, on situations, you know what I'm saying, some personal, you know what I'm saying, some, you know what I'm saying, to kind of like a test, like a testimonial, if you would, you know what I'm saying, to uplift others and encourage them, you know what I'm saying, to continue to, you know what I'm saying, reach for their goals, you know what I'm saying, things that they want to achieve, you know what I'm saying. They may not be as high as others, but in the same, you know what I'm saying, it's like it's a goal that you accomplish, you know what I'm saying. Maybe you was able to do something that you had a long time desire to do, you know what I'm saying. So on that note, I commend them for that work, but then again, you know what I'm saying, we have to we have to be open-minded, you know what I'm saying, to our cause, you know what I'm saying. We've been a people that been oppressed, you know what I'm saying, as descendants of slaves in this country, you know what I'm saying. All my melanated brothers and sisters out there, you know what I'm saying. I can't say, how far, you know what I'm saying, a person may have fallen, you know what I'm saying, or what happened in their lives, you know what I'm saying. Because, when you start to talk about you know what I'm saying, domestic abuse in the homes, and you know what I'm saying, alcohol abuse, child abuse, it's like where you're going to start to tell somebody that they're not making good choices. You know what I'm saying. You have to start from where they're at, you know what I'm saying. I know we have some other problems or things that we want to accomplish as a whole in the melanated community, you know what I'm saying. Some, you know what I'm saying, feel like we should, be able to unite, and I agree with that, you know what I'm saying, on a larger scale, you know what I'm saying. Maybe not, so much as, physically, but mentally, you know what I'm saying, as a community in this country. But one thing we cannot do, we can't allow our differences to, you know what I'm saying, draw that line between us. We say, well, I will never work with this person or that person. And I hope you know what I mean when I say that. I will not go, you know what I'm saying, and try to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to these people because, you know, they're not receiving me. You know what I'm saying? That's fine, you know what I'm saying? But to the people that are, you know what I'm saying, that's you know, looking up to you, you know what I'm saying, or have an outstretched hand, and you're you know, you're proclaiming that you're this person, or you have these resources and certain connections, then we, you know what I'm saying, we can't, you know what I'm saying, want to, you know, start, you know, throwing dissimulation, you know what I'm saying, as to where, like, you know, you gotta be, you know, dirt poor, you know what I'm saying, for me to help you. You know what I'm saying? You be like, you know, homeless and you know what I'm saying, receiving meals, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, off the streets, you know what I'm saying, in order for, you know, me to be able to reach you, you know what I'm saying? You know, because if you reflect on the statistics of what's going on in this country, like us as melanated men and women, sometimes we just you know, we just the working poor, you know what I'm saying? If you want to just take it there, I mean, you know, so if somebody's not maybe speaking on the same level that you are, or have the same ideas that you have, you know, about certain things, or, you know, I mean, like, hey, I told you about the idea, so, you know what I'm saying, why don't you just uproot and you know, relocate? You know, it's like you have to, you know, have some kind of bounds, you know what I'm saying, in what you're, even in what you're saying, as you know what I'm saying, as well as, you know what I'm saying, you know, your expectations sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, in you know what I'm saying, in getting your point across. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that we shouldn't be so ready to you know what I'm saying, point the finger at somebody, I mean, just because they want to comment, or, you know what I'm saying, I mean, like, have something to say, you know. I mean, out of all the things that we face in this country, you know what I'm saying, now I you know, now you want to infringe on my free speech too? Come on now. I mean, like, we gotta always, you know, remember that, you know what I'm saying, we doing this for the melanated community as a whole, you know what I'm saying. I mean, like, I can give you an example out of the Bible, you know what I'm saying. Jesus said, if you only want to, you know, associate with those that's like you, you know what I'm saying, and those that's on your level, you know what I'm saying, maybe this might be for some of the listeners, or those that follow certain individuals. You know, if you only want to, you know, associate with certain people, you know, if you're on that level, if you only want to, you know, do things on that level, to, you know, in the capacity that you are able, you know what I'm saying, then what good are you? You know what I'm saying? You know, you just like, you know, back in those times, it was like you just like the you just like the publicans, you know what I'm saying? You just like those that's in government office, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, if someone doesn't, you know what I'm saying, you know, meet your certain standards, or have the same credentials that you have, then, you know, you don't want to, you know, spend the time to listen to what they have to say, or help them break down the ideas that they have. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, to the melanated community out there, you know what I'm saying. You know, we gotta represent, you know what I'm saying, to the fullest, 100, you know, 24/7. All right then, y'all be blessed. Take it light. Peace.